Hello everybody, how's it going? There is a big announcement. We have a new soccer baby and a retirement.
All-in-one announcement.
Yeah, it's a lot to take all in one.
Yeah, overall, very exciting. How's it going, everyone? We are going to do a quick fire video because 3 important stories. And I mean, timestamps down below. But when I woke up and I saw Alex Morgan have her retirement video, and about 15 seconds after I realized she was retiring, I read that she was pregnant. I literally couldn't believe it. I go, wait, what? She's retiring and she's pregnant? But that is the news. Not only is she pregnant and retiring, her last game is on September 8th. In 3 days, that's it. The last game ever.
Oh my gosh, it's the end of an era. I say that all the time, but it is.
Yeah, I mean, it's shocking. You know, is it sad? Is it happy? It's obviously happy. Charlie's going to have a sibling, but sad, you know. It's the 2019 World Cup team. They are slowly diminishing, and it's weird. Okay, I'm going to have Sarah read the headline.
Okay. United States great Alex Morgan announces retirement. United States women's national team forward Alex Morgan is retiring, she announced in a social media video on Thursday. Morgan also said that she is pregnant and expecting her second child. She said she will play one more game on Sunday when San Diego Wave FC hosts the North Carolina Courage. I have so much clarity about this decision, and I'm so happy to be able to finally tell you, Morgan said in the video. It has been a long time coming, and this decision wasn't easy, but at the end of 2024, I felt it in my heart and soul that this was the last season that I would play soccer.
I mean, that's pretty much the headline. She had a video where she talked about it and announced it, and the big takeaway from that video was, well, kind of two things. One, she said basically at the beginning of the season, which would be 2024, that she already kind of thought, okay, this was going to be my last season. So although she was pregnant, she already had that thought. It's not like she got pregnant. She goes, okay, that's it. So, and I believe her when she says that. But also when she kind of thought about that at the beginning of the year, I think in her head, she might have thought that she was going to also be on that Olympic team, kind of end it with a bang.
Yeah. I mean, she's Alex Morgan. So yeah, I would think that too.
And my second thought was, is that the reason why she didn't make the team, is because she was pregnant? Now, I don't think that was the timetable. She probably didn't know she was pregnant when they announced the team. She could have, and maybe that had something to do. Maybe that had something to do with it. I don't think that. That was a thought in my head. Oh, maybe that's why she didn't make the team. I don't think that was the course of events, but hey, could be. I don't know.
Well, it's not like they were like, oh, Alex Morgan actually did make the squad, but she declined.
Yeah.
Because then it'd be like, unless that's under wraps, I don't know. I don't know how that whole world works, but
yeah. So I don't think that was the cause. I don't think that was the situation either. But what I'm guessing is she knew that at the beginning of 2024 she was going to retire. The Olympics really had nothing to do with her decision, probably. But once she found out she was pregnant, she knew she was going to be pregnant, and it just made sense to retire right now. You know what I mean? So it wasn't like she put out the statement at the beginning of the year to make it official. So, because she said in the video, it was shocking. Like, it didn't seem like she planned on getting pregnant, meaning it kind of was, she didn't plan it like this, but she's so happy it happened. Because it reminds me, when she had Charlie, realistically, that situation could not have worked out more perfect in the sense of her playing career, because that was the COVID year. So that means she didn't miss the Olympics then, and she could still have, Charlie. It didn't really interrupt too much of her training because no one was training during COVID. That was a World Cup baby, if we remember. She said that kind of wasn't planned, but it worked out perfect. So it's just kind of, timing is crazy, and it just seems like she's at peace with everything. So she is retiring. I mean, an absolute legend. She's done so much for soccer, for the women's equal pay, for what she meant to so many young girls who have now become college players and themselves player. I think Alyssa Thompson said she was one of her favorite players growing up. So it's what she's done, and she has one last game. It's coming up quick but crazy, and I'm excited that she's going to have another baby, because now Charlie's going to have a little sibling. But the timing is kind of wild, and I bet her head's spinning right now. You know what I mean? But so pumped for her. I'm so excited for her, and she changed the game in her way.
I mean, an icon, a legend, going out, retiring.
And then also, I think it's kind of cute, her and Kelley O'Hara, best friends, retiring the same year. Because we've known Kelley is going to be retiring for a couple months now. We knew that was the story. But now her and Kelley retiring together the same year, I think that's pretty cool.
Beautiful.
So that is story number 1. So pumped for her. Okay. Story number 2 is the 2024 Ballon d'Or, I guess they're calling it shortlist, has been announced. It includes 5 U.S. women's national team players. And super excited. But one of those players not included. That's the shocking part of the story. I guess we'll start here. We will put the list of all the nominees and I will put them on the screen. A lot of names I think we assumed we'd see there, like Bonmati, Caroline Graham Hansen. I mean, so many names I think we kind of thought we would see. Barbara Banda, a lot of great names. We saw the whole triple espresso there.
And a listener.
And we did see a listener. But one name we did not see, which I think is shocking a lot of people, is Naomi Girma. And a lot of people are stunned because even people who are not from the United States, even people who are from other countries say basically Naomi Girma is one of the best defenders in the world, one of the best center back in the world, and she is not included on this list. It says right here,
the Ballon d'Or list lost credibility when it didn't contain Naomi Girma. Facts. Do you even watch the damn games? You don't know ball. You don't know ball. Omission from the nominees. Girma not being nominated for Ballon d'Or. Absurd. I agree completely.
And we've kind of talked about this over the years. The Ballon d'Or, first it's based in France, but it's based in Europe. So it's a very Europe-centric award. So the fact that maybe an American didn't get nominated, that maybe should have, or maybe an American was snubbed, I don't even think is the biggest news, but it being such a dominating American. It's someone like Naomi Girma, which everyone in the world basically says one of the best defenders in the world. It's not like someone on the fence, like, oh yeah, you could have, you should have. Just like when we talked about last year or the year before when Trinity Rodman got nominated and Sophia Smith didn't. Based on the stats, Sophia Smith should have been nominated and not Trinity Rodman. But we talked about it last time, or we talked about it when that happened. It's a popularity contest for a lot of these players. It's, do you know the name? Or, is it a flashy player? Is it someone that's going to sell tickets? Not tickets to anything in particular, but is it a name? It's like a popularity contest, a lot of these awards. And Naomi Girma is not really a flashy player. What she does on the field is actually kind of flashy because she's so amazing. But it's like a popularity contest for a lot of these players, especially ones from America. The USA, the players that were nominated from the USA were Trinity Rodman, Mal Swanson, Lindsay Horan, Sophia Smith, and Alyssa Nair. And some people are saying, get Lindsay out of there and put Naomi Girma in there. Who would argue with that? Realistically, who would argue with that? Yes, Lindsay is important, but without Naomi Girma, maybe wouldn't have won the gold medal at the Olympics.
Bring up the stats. No.
Yeah. So a lot of people are talking about this list that no credibility and very upsetting to see someone like a Naomi Girma not nominated. But one name we do see in there is we see an old favorite that we love. We see Lucy Bronze. But another name we don't see for like the third year in a row that there is a good argument for it was Keira Walsh. And I think the last couple years, she definitely had a very big case to be named. Maybe not as much this year, but it's almost like throw her a bone this year. Yeah, kind of flubbed up the last 2 years. Throw her a bone this year. No one would be mad about that.
Yeah, exactly.
Because as we remember, the last 2 years, Lucy Bronze came out with a statement saying, hey, I'm very honored to be nominated. Thank you so much. But basically said, you snubbed Keira Walsh, both years. She made statements both years. I don't think she made a statement this year. If she did, I'll put it on the screen. But is it time for a third? Or is Lucy just kind of over that hill saying, I'm not, the fight is not in me anymore? So no Keira Walsh. And that really wasn't a snub as much as it has been in the years past. But definitely Naomi Girma was. I think this is a popularity contest for a lot of it. Who's gonna show up and get a lot of people watching, where they stream it or they put it on the TV. I think that has a lot to do with it. Who are the flashy players off the pitch and on the pitch? You know what I mean? They want people name recognition and the flashy players and the goal scorers, but is this football or is this the goal scoring competition? So we will see. I believe the award is awarded in October, the end of October. So we will see. Okay, so the very last thing we're going to talk about is, I thought we were done talking about baseball for a very long time. We talked about baseball for about 2 videos, and I thought baseball was going to be on hiatus for a while.
You just couldn't let it go, could you?
But this is actually very sad, and I'm actually upset for Bethune. But this is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. I'm gonna read the headline.
I blame baseball.
Yeah, that's what I knew you were gonna say that you blame baseball for this.
What a cursed sport.
Okay, I'm gonna read the headline, and then we're gonna talk about it.
U.S. soccer Olympian Bethune out for season after Nationals' first pitch injury. Curse the mound. Washington Spirit rookie and United States women's soccer Olympian Bethune suffered a season-ending knee injury after throwing out the ceremonial first pitch at a Nationals game last week. The MLB honored 4 Olympians who have come back to the Washington, D.C. area on August 28th, after winning gold at the 2024 Paris Olympics over the summer when the injury seemingly happened. On Wednesday, the NWSL club announced that Bethune had suffered a torn meniscus away from training and wouldn't play again for the rest of the season. She had a problem making the first pitch the other day at the baseball game, Heraldez told reports, according to Pro Soccer Wire. We will report about exactly what she has, but she is not going to be available this season. It's bad news, but in the end, it's part of life. We have to keep going.
So that is the headline. Torn meniscus from an opening ceremonial first pitch. I'm gonna play the video of the pitch. You can see her pitching. I mean, it's kind of a strange angle, but I'm gonna play that. We'll play the video in the background, but she walked up pretty confidently and she set her medal down. And what I think it was the leg she pushed off of to get the power. Because she looked like she was trying to do a kind of aggressive pitch to make sure it got to the mound or it got to the home plate. And it was an aggressive pitch, and that's probably what did her in,
Yeah, and who knows if she stretched before? Do people stretch before these type of things? Maybe they should start stretching before, because that is wild. Mm-hmm. Can't believe it.
I feel so bad for her. I actually have in my notes, this is the path of events. She gets called to the Olympics as an alternate, but she ends up going into the gate. She ends up getting a medal because she was on an active roster. She goes to do the opening first pitch because she was called to the Olympics. She now has a torn meniscus, going to miss the rest of the season, and who knows, hopefully she recovers. But if she wasn't called to the Olympics, got a gold medal, she would not have this torn meniscus. You see how my mind went?
Yeah. But who knows if she would have torn it a different way, you know what I mean? Also, at the same time, at least it happened after the Olympics, and she has a gold medal, which not everybody can say they do. So, that's a silver lining-ish.
Yeah. I actually see, it's funny you say that, because I had no idea about this, but I saw this comment on TikTok, and it says, people always rag on Lavelle for being injury prone, but this is now Bethune's 4th major knee injury in 5 years. She needs to be placed in bubble wrap permanently. She will not last on the national team. So this person is saying she's had a lot of injuries already in her very young career. 4 injuries in the last 5 years. So, some people are just more, like this person says, injury prone or prone to injury. And I feel so bad for her. People are saying, I still think she can win Rookie of the Year. I don't know if because she's not going to play the last few games, if she's can't win that. But not to say this is a direct, would have to decide, but torn meniscus, maybe you miss the rest of the season, you miss some of the playing, or a gold medal. I would take the gold medal probably. It's not an equal, it's not, you don't decide on the two, but in my head, I kind of went there.
I wonder what everyone, we should start a poll, what every athlete would choose. I don't know, gold medal's pretty flashy.
Yeah, so I feel so bad for her. And I think she was just trying to do a really good first pitch. And it's just, I think she just overdid it. But this goes out to other strange injuries in the history of sports. I know I've heard about injuries where people tear ACLs, like when they do the dog pile at the end of a game when you're jumping on each other. I've heard of strange sports, people, just wild. This is going to go down in kind of the history of strange sports injuries. And I do feel bad for her, but it is a footnote to her career that she's going to have the strange sports injury because and Sara, a Nino, a footnote, Nino. I like that. So I just feel so bad for her. We're kind of joking, but this is actually very serious. And I feel so bad for her. She was having such an amazing year. And I hope she recovers fully. And I feel so bad for her. So even though we're kind of joking, it's definitely very serious. And I do feel very bad for her. And Washington Spirit. Without her, it's going to be tough for them to win the NWSL championship. So it sucks for everyone involved.
Count your days, Nationals. Count your days.
So what does everyone think? 3 big stories. First, Alex Morgan. Last game is going to be on Sunday. What do you guys think? It's just crazy to know that the generation of players really is it's dissipating one by one, retiring and stuff. So also Naomi Girma being snubbed by the Ballon d'Or. Does this mean to you, do the Ballon d'Or awards mean much to you? Because a lot of people from a lot of different countries say, I'm not American, but Naomi Girma kicks ass. Like, she's so good, best center back in the world. Like, a lot of people who aren't even Americans say that. And number 3, Croy Bethune, I hope you are recovering. I feel so bad. And she really went for it with that pitch, but it kind of did her in. And I feel bad. And, I feel bad. I don't even know what to say. I feel bad. But it's going to go down in the ethos as one of those crazy sports injuries. And that's the way the world works, I guess.
Yeah, it sucks. Just really bad luck. And it just sucks.
Yeah. I mean, what else do you say?
Well, thanks, baseball. I'm just joking.
Sarah's joking. Questions, comments down below. And yeah, we'll probably make a video after Alex Morgan's last game. But congratulations to her and her family, because that is very exciting. Questions, comments down below. We'll talk to everyone later. Have a great night. Bye.
Bye.